For those of us who've been around here long enough to remember, it's never a bad idea to, every now and then, just stop and take a look around. It sure is a beautiful home, and a lot different from what it looked like back in 1990.
It's Big Ten football. The Michigan State Spartans against the Wisconsin-Madison.
By the end of the 1980s, Wisconsin football was, shall we say, in a bad way. It's important to note there were some really good players, Don Davey and Troy Vincent to name a couple, plus a former quarterback and tight end who's gone on to carve his own successful path. To be sure, there were other talented players who did what they could, but overall, there weren't enough of them. As a result, attendance was alarmingly low, and morale was even worse. A major change was needed.
Florida, there you see the Badgers sidelines as they watch the time tick down for the remainder of the season.
So along came Barry Alvarez, the hot assistant coach from Notre Dame. At Wisconsin, he saw a chance to build something special. Yeah, he blew into town feeling pretty good about himself, and in his introductory news conference, he let it be known he was going to raise the bar.
We're going to build it from the foundation. Don't know how long it'll take. They better get season tickets right now because before long, they probably won't be able to.
Right away, he went about the business of changing the culture. Signs that said football-related business only. In team meetings, players would sit up straight with their eyes to the front of the room, and they would work. Up-tempo practices with high-octane coaches. Barry wanted to find out who truly wanted to play and who actually had a chance to contribute. It seemed as though that first year nearly killed him. The man wasn't used to losing, but that team went 1-10. I remember after a loss at Northwestern during a post-game interview in the coach's locker room, he just whipped his cap across the room. The following year, the Badgers won a Big Ten road game for the first time in 5 seasons. In 1992, they raised the bar a bit more with an electrifying win against Ohio State, getting the better of a quarterback who has since become a familiar face to college football fans, not to mention a pretty good friend of Barry's. The next year, that line about getting your season tickets, he wasn't wrong. When he arrived, fans would plead, "Barry, we love the band, but we'd like to see a good football team too." They did, in Pasadena, on a magical New Year's Day in 1994, when the unthinkable happened. The way people thought and talked about the Badgers changed that day, a newfound respect that has blossomed into an admiration for Wisconsin's sustained excellence. Barry just loved the big games, especially the big home games, when we jumped around, when we saw them win another title, and when we watched a Heisman Trophy winner who outran them all. There was Shaber to Evans, the quarterback draw, and all those goalposts that got chopped down. Oh yeah, those back-to-back Rose Bowl championship teams in '99 and 2000, the Badgers remain the only Big Ten school to pull it off, ever.
I've decided to announce today that I'll step down as the head football coach at the University of Wisconsin at the conclusion of the 2005 season.
Then when it came time to hang up the whistle, he proved he could run not just a winning football program, but a remarkably successful athletic department. He's been a priceless resource for coaches. Who better to understand the day-to-day challenges than someone who's been there, done that, and someone who could even step in if that's what the situation called for. And Badger teams keep on winning. Conference titles, national crowns. No longer the little engine that could, the Wisconsin Badgers are a national power, synonymous with excellence, both on and off the field. He often says it's hard to win, but his teams have won a ton. And among the traits that separates Barry from so many is his ability to enjoy every victory, especially the ones no one thought were possible. In the past 30-plus years, the literal landscape has changed. Success made it possible to build facilities to keep the Badgers competitive across the board. The Kohl Center, University Ridge, Goodman Diamond, Laban Arena, the Porter Boathouse, and the centerpiece of it all, Camp Randall Stadium, continues to get better with age. An historic building brought into a new era. Go ahead, take a look around. Remember how it was back then, and appreciate how it feels now. It takes a team, but a team needs a strong leader. And for more than 30 glorious years, one of the strongest to ever do it, called the University of Wisconsin home. On behalf of Badger fans across the world, thank you, Barry. You have made us proud.
It's been a great ride. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Thank you very much.